What is up, guys? Archon Tsunami bringing you guys another YouTube video. In today's video, I want to talk about EVO being canceled this year and why it was canceled. So let's get into it. So for those who don't know, EVO is one of the biggest fighting game tournaments of the year, by far. Everybody trains year-round to be an EVO champion in their game of choice. And unfortunately this year, Mr. Wizard, or the big public figure that's attached to EVO, Joey Suler, was accused of sexual misconduct with, I believe, a minor at the time, 20 years ago. And apparently it's all true because he's admitted to it. So since then, the EVO Corporation has decided, or company has decided to remove Mr. Wizard, obviously. He's gone. And unfortunately, that means that they had to cancel the tournament. And this is also because a lot of the fighting game companies pulled out, like Capcom, Namco Bandai, sorry, and NetherRealm. They all pulled out once they heard about the allegations to distance themselves from the incident. So this is what EVO had to say. Over the past 24 hours in response to serious allegations recently made public on Twitter, we have made the first in a series of important decisions regarding the future of our company. The company said in a statement, progress doesn't happen overnight or without bravery of those who speak up against misconduct and injustice. We are saddened by these events, but we are listening and committed to making every change that will be necessary in making EVO a better model for the stronger, safer culture we all seek. So, before we talk about what Joey had to say about the situation, I want to talk about my thoughts on EVO here. So, for me, personally, EVO is not Mr. Wizard. EVO is not Joey Suiler. That he's not EVO to me. EVO is the competitors who train year-round in the games of their choice to one day be on the EVO Grand Final stage and to win it all. EVO is the fans that cheer in the crowd every year, excited to see the big upset. That is EVO to me. Those people are EVO. Those people coming together as a community is EVO. Not one person. One person is not bigger than this whole event. So how I personally would have tried to handle it is I would have reached out after making sure that everybody knew that Mr. Wizard was no longer part of the company. He was gone. I would have reached out to Capcom, NetherRealm, and Bandai Namco. I would have tried to find some TOs to help try to put together some type of tournament. And what I would have done is I would have used that tournament as a way to donate. They are already, I believe, donating to Project Hope with all of the previous proceeds from the badges and all that. They're going to take the total that they got there and they're going to donate that, but they're also giving people a refund. So this is going to come out of the company's own pocket, I believe. But I would have talked to these guys and I would have been like, let's get something together here. Let's show that we can come together as the FGC, because the FGC needs to come together right now. There's so many accusations going on. There's so many people that are just doing terrible things in the FGC that right now they need to come together and they need to show solidarity here and support the sexual allegation victims and all of that with Project Hope. They need to support that. And what better way to do that, like I said, than to host the tournament anyway, but make all the proceeds go to a charity. Sorry if that was a circle there. My bad, my phone went off and I lost my train of thought. But anyway, as for what Joey had to say, I'm sorry, I never meant to hurt anyone. He said in a statement also made on Twitter, I was young and reckless and did things I'm not proud of. I have been growing and maturing over the past 20 years, but that doesn't excuse anything. All I have been trying to do is become a better person. Accusations against Joey came amid a torrent of similar stories which all call out abuse, harassment, and racism in video gaming, tabletop gaming, and comics. The repercussions from these scandals could have a lasting impact on these industries in the years to come. They do say the tournament will return in 2021. So my whole issue is, now that we've talked about the cancellation of EVO and how I would have handled it, let's talk about Mr. Wizard here. So for those who don't know, he's had some beef in the past with Mr. Watson, who used to run Super Arcade. So from what I understand, I used to watch Super Arcade all the time back in the day when Wednesday Night Fights was there and the Level Up crew was still working with Mr. Watson to produce their, their 2 weekly fighting game tournaments. It was a lot of fun to watch. It was pretty entertaining. But anyway, how I understand it is back, I think in 2014 or 2015, I think is when it was, when Mr. Mr. Watson said something about Mr. Wizard here. He got completely, I think, destroyed on Twitter over it. And I believe Mr. Wizard used his connections in a way to help, or to make the Level Up Live crew, I believe, move away from Super Arcade and find another venue to host their tournaments. And if that's not the case, I believe it was sped up a bit. I do believe that Level Up Live was looking for another venue to use, but I think the whole beef between Mr. Wizard and Mr. Watson kind of sped that up. And personally, I really wanted to visit Super Arcade. It's about halfway across the U.S. for me, so I didn't get a chance to visit them before they went under. Sad to say. I did tune in as much as I could, though. Honestly, I think we need arcades more nowadays than we've ever needed them, because everything is online now. Everybody's on their phones nonstop. There's not really a human element to what we're doing on our phones most of the time. We're just reacting to posts, not really talking with people, or actually experiencing the company of people. I think that's where some of this stuff starts stemming from again. So if I think we had more arcades, people could come and interact and have a local scene, and it helped grow the FGC again. It helped make the FGC better, I think. But that's my personal thoughts on the whole situation. Well, like I said, my image of Mr. Wizard was tarnished from that point onward when he used his influence to help make Level Up Live leave Super Arcade. And if I'm wrong on that, please somebody let me know down below. Maybe I'm wrong on the whole situation, but I'm pretty sure that's how it went down all those years ago. It was a long time ago. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me, guys. Hopefully, you guys, learn something here about why EVO was canceled if you didn't know. Let me know down below, what are your thoughts on EVO being canceled? How would you as a corporation have handled the whole situation? Would you have tried to reach out to everybody who distanced themselves from you? Try to see if you guys could put on a charity stream to help keep the company image looking positive here after making sure that everybody knew that Mr. Wizard was gone from the company? Let me know down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Later.